Okay, welcome back to the deep dive. We're looking at Indian cricket right now, and honestly, something feels, well, huge. It's not just a regular change. It feels like a whole new chapter starting.
It really does. Standing here, in May 2025, there's this real buzz. People are calling it Shubh, a promising start.
Amazing start. Oh.
But with that promise comes massive change, a lot of transition, and some really big questions.
Absolutely. So that's our mission for this deep dive. We've looked at all the recent news, the retirements, what happened last year, the schedule coming up, everything you'd need.
Hmm.
And we want to unpack what this Shubharam actually means. Like, how big is this transition? Who are the main people involved now? What are the real challenges they're facing?
And why now? Why is this moment so critical?
Exactly. Why is it so significant for Indian cricket right at this point?
It's definitely going to be, well, a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah.
We've seen these massive moments recently.
Yeah, a huge moment.
But they just lead straight to bigger questions, especially for the Test team, which has had its own struggles lately.
Yeah, let's talk about those defining moments. The really big news, the one that sort of set this all in motion, dropped just recently, May 24th, 2025, from the BCCI.
Right. Huge news. Shubman Gill, just 25 years old, named the 37th Test captain.
Incredible.
And Rishabh Pant, another young, dynamic player, is his deputy.
And this wasn't just some smooth, planned handover we were all expecting, was it? It came right after some massive departures.
Exactly. The whole picture changed dramatically just weeks before. On May 8th, Rohit Sharma decided to call time on his Test career.
After all that white ball success, too, the T20 World Cup win in 24, the Champions Trophy this year.
Yeah, led them brilliantly in those formats, but his Test batting form, particularly in Australia, had been, well, a concern.
And then almost unbelievably, Virat Kohli, another giant of the game, also hung up his Test boots around the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
That leaves, well, what does that leave? Gaps bigger than the Grand Canyon, right? You said it. Losing two players like that, their runs, their presence,
Their leadership.
everything. One selector apparently said they left big holes to fill. And that might be an understatement. It just completely redraws the map for the Test side.
It absolutely does. So into this new landscape steps Shubman Gill.
Yeah, 25 years old, from Fazilka in Punjab, right near the border.
We know him for that, sort of. Quiet charm off the field, but on it, those cover drives.
Those elegant cover drives.
Yeah.
Effortless stroke play. He's been turning heads since he was playing under-19 cricket.
And he's not totally new to captaincy, is he? He did lead the T20 side in Zimbabwe after the World Cup.
Right, and he was Rohit's ODI deputy since February this year. So there's definitely been some grooming, some preparation.
Sure, but Test captaincy for India, that's a whole different level, isn't it?
It's a different universe entirely. It's not just tactics on the field. It's managing huge personalities, the intense pressure over 5 long days, constantly adapting.
It's like asking a sprinter to run a marathon while juggling.
Exactly. While solving a Rubik's Cube, maybe. The demands are just immense.
And if you look closely at his test numbers, you can see where maybe some of the challenges might lie, especially away from home.
Yeah, his home average is solid, over 42. Very respectable.
But away, it drops quite a bit, down to around 29.5.
And that often tells a story, doesn't it? About technique against the moving ball, swing, seam, things you don't always face on flatter home pitches.
Which makes the timing of this interesting, handing him the captaincy for a 5-test series in England right now.
It's incredibly bold. You have to admire the conviction, really.
Yeah.
English conditions, early summer, notorious for swing.
Facing Anderson, maybe? Dealing with a cold, cloudy day at Lord's.
It's a proper trial by fire for any batter, let alone a brand new captain finding his feet with a team in transition.
Such high stakes for his debut series as captain. And, there were other names being talked about, weren't there?
Oh yeah, some former selectors were looking at the immediate WTC cycle and thinking, maybe Jasprit Bumrah.
India's best bowler. Incredibly smart cricketer.
But those injury concerns always linger, don't they?
Always. Or maybe K.O. Rahul.
Yeah, Rahul was mentioned, though. Consistency has sometimes been an issue there.
Right. But the BCCI, they've clearly decided Gill is the future.
Yeah.
The main guy.
Seems like it. And you see the impact back home in his village, Chak Kherewala.
Near the border, yeah.
Absolutely buzzing, apparently.
Okay.
Talk of a new stadium. Cricket Academy enrollments are surging.
Wow.
It's more than just a player getting promoted. It's that classic Indian dream story, isn't it? Inspiring so many people.
That connection is what makes cricket here so special. But, okay, to really get the weight of this transition, we need to look back a bit. At 2024, it was kind of a mixed year, wasn't it?
Completely. On one side, The men's white ball team was just unstoppable.
Unbeaten in the T20 World Cup. Phenomenal.
Yeah, and then they backed it up winning the Champions Trophy in Dubai earlier this year. That white ball strength, the depth there, it's undeniable.
But Test cricket, that was a very different story, almost like a plot twist.
Yeah, tough one. India lost that home series to New Zealand 0-3.
Which was historic, right? First home series defeat in, what, 12 years?
12 years. Unbelievable, really. And then that really heavy defeat in Melbourne against Australia. Lost by almost 300 runs.
Ouch. Those results really put a spotlight on the batting struggles in Tests, didn't they?
They certainly did. And worth mentioning, the women's team in 2024, too. They showed real promise and Tests looked good. Yeah. But they had an early exit in the T20 World Cup. So again, that challenge of finding consistency across different formats, something both teams are grappling with.
Okay, so looking ahead now, 2025. It's not just a year. It feels like the calendar is on fast forward.
Yeah.
It is absolutely jammed.
Oh, relentless is the word. Just for the men's team, bilaterals alone. 18 T20Is, 10 tests, 12 ODIs.
And that's before you add the Champions Trophy they just won, the Asia Cup still to come.
And of course, that massive 5-test tour of England. That looms large.
Let's just quickly walk through the year so far and what's coming up.
Okay, so January 2025, it started with that final Border Gavaskar test in Sydney.
Couldn't quite level a series there.
No, but they got a result that kept their World Test Championship final hopes alive. Always a big goal.
Then Feb-March, as we said, that brilliant, unbeaten run in the Champions Trophy in Dubai.
Really showcased that white ball depth. Gill himself, Sanju Samson, Tilak Varma, they all stepped up big time.
And right now, May 2025, we're deep into the IPL season.
Yeah, peak IPL chaos. Gill leading Gujarat Titans, trying to get in the playoffs. MS Dhoni still leading Chennai, still hitting sixes.
Still a force.
We've seen some insane high-scoring games. Guys like Samir Rizvi, Karun Nair popping up, Ishan Kishan with that crazy 48-ball 94.
Classic IPL entertainment. But it's also a reminder of how cricket intersects with everything, isn't it? There was that little controversy with Ravi Shastri and a betting ad.
Oh, right, on X. Apparently caught the eye of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting regarding advertising rules.
Just shows how visible cricket is, how embedded it is, and, well, everything.
Absolutely. And then, the big one. June to August, England. 5 tests.
This feels like the examination. For Gill as captain, for this new-look batting lineup.
For handling England's Bazball approach, their pace attack.
In English conditions. Cold, cloudy, swinging.
Yep. It's the ultimate test, no doubt about it.
And then after England, later in the year, there's the Asia Cup, and then a home season with 3 tests against New Zealand. It just doesn't stop.
Non-stop. Needs incredible resilience physically and mentally.
So we've talked about the transition, the packed schedule, but let's really dig into the challenges, because moving on from Rohit and Kohli, it's not easy.
Difficult is putting it mildly. It's not just replacing the runs, it's the experience, the aura in the dressing room.
Anchoring the innings.
Exactly. And the immediate challenge you see is that batting order. It looked, well, even Gill admitted it during the Australia tour, a bit wobbly.
Finding stability there, especially away from home, seems like priority number 1.
And that connects straight to the bench strength question, doesn't it? Particularly for tests.
We know the white ball talent is there. Samson, Varma, plenty of exciting players.
But test cricket needs different skills. That grit, patience, the ability to just bat time, leave the ball.
Are we finding enough players like that coming through the Ranji Trophy? That domestic pipeline has to be strong.
It's like needing specialists, isn't it?
Yeah.
A T20 dasher might not be the guy you need to save a test match on day 5.
And then there's the Bumrah factor. Jasprit Bumrah.
India's ace bowler.
Yeah.
Probably the best in the world when it's tough.
But his injury record, you can't realistically expect him to play all 5 tests in England, can you?
Highly unlikely. It's such a demanding series, which means the backup guys, Siraj, Akashdeep, whoever else is there, they have to be ready.
Ready to step up and deliver immediately at the highest level.
It's like asking the understudy to nail Hamlet on opening night. They've got the talent, but the pressure, the consistency, that's the key.
It's a massive juggling act. And while all this is happening with the men's team, we shouldn't forget the women's team. They're on their own important journey.
They really are. And their big focus, their main goal right now is the 2025 ODI World Cup.
Which is going to be held at home in India.
A huge opportunity. A chance to finally end that long wait for an ODI World Cup trophy and do it on home soil. Monumental.
Harmanpreet Kaur is still leading the side.
Yep, with Smriti Mandhana looking very much like the heir apparent, ready to step up eventually.
And their recent form, we mentioned the tests looked Promising.
Yeah, they've shown real skill there. But that T20 World Cup exit in 2024 did highlight, again, that need for more consistency, especially in white ball cricket.
They're getting good preparation now, though, with the ongoing women's tri-series against South Africa and Sri Lanka.
Crucial match practice.
Okay.
And, while the women's game is growing so much, we still have to acknowledge the gap, historically, in attention and resources compared to the men's game.
There's just so much hope, isn't there, that this home World Cup can be a real catalyst, generate the hype, the investment.
The widespread support that the team absolutely deserves. It could be huge.
Stepping back even further, you just have to remember what cricket is in India.
It's everything, isn't it? People call it a religion, a unifier, a constant soap opera.
It's the language everyone speaks, tea stalls, boardrooms, everywhere.
And Shubman Gill's story, coming from that small town near the border, becoming captain. That's the dream cricket sells, isn't it?
We saw the reaction in his village. That's what fuels it all.
And this whole transition phase for the team, moving from legends to young leaders, it kind of mirrors India itself, right?
Yeah.
Balancing tradition with rapid change and modernity.
That's a great point. And the BCCI, they're steering this massive ship.
A complex job, keeping the sport evolving, commercially strong, bringing in new fans, but also preserving its soul. That connection.
And the selectors. Wow, what a task. Building winning teams in 3 different formats at the same time.
While also making sure that talent pipeline keeps delivering players ready for the jump to international cricket. It's like cooking multiple complex dishes at once and needing them all to be perfect.
So looking ahead now, the stakes feel incredibly high.
They really do. That England tour, it's massive for Gill's captaincy legacy right off the bat and vital for India's WTC final chances.
The white ball tournaments keep testing the depth.
And the Women's World Cup at home. Potentially transformative for the women's game in India.
The head coach's role, currently Gautam Gambhir, is also crucial in all this, isn't it? Managing workloads, balancing format.
Absolutely key. Ensuring players are mentally and physically ready, adapting skills. It's a huge part of it.
Ultimately, success in this new era, it feels like it comes down to getting the blend right.
It does. That mix of exciting youth, Gill, Pant, Samson, Varma stepping up and taking responsibility.
But also needing the stability, the experience that veterans like Ravindra Jadeja still offer.
It's a definite tightrope walk. Needs adaptability, resilience. But, if any nation is used to juggling complexity, it's India.
And through it all, the fans, the discussions, the sheer passion, it provides its own kind of entertainment.
Oh, can you imagine the selectors looking at social media during a tough match?
Total chaos.
Fans demanding Pant for captain, others wanting Kohli back, maybe someone suggesting, just call Dhoni, he's still hitting 6s.
It's that constant buzz, that passionate, sometimes slightly crazy commentary that surrounds the team.
It really captures how much this game means to people.
So yeah, bringing it back to the start, Indian cricket is definitely at a turning point. This feels like a genuine Shubh Aarambh.
No doubt. There are huge challenges, sure filling those voids left by legends, the insane schedule, questions about depth in tests.
But also incredible opportunities for new leaders to define themselves, for the team to forge a new identity.
For Indian cricket to maybe even reinvent itself a little.
Success is going to hinge on that blend we talked about, youth, experience, maybe a bit of that unpredictability too.
So as this next chapter starts to unfold and thinking about everything we've discussed today, the scale of this change, the challenges, the schedule, the talent, the culture around it all, what do you think is the single most vital thing? What's the most crucial factor for Indian cricket, not just to get through this transition, but to really thrive and reach new heights in 2025 and beyond? What part of this deep dive stands out most to you?